So good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is your friend, your mentor, Dharam Singh. Today I'm here with a very interesting topic. It's not a topic. Actually, people have been asking me as a PgMP mentor, Dharam, how to prepare for PgMP. What are the things I can do to prepare for the PgMP? What books should I read? How to apply for the application? What a application process all about? So here I am with this interesting discussion topic. So there are a lot of things to talk about here, but the most important thing, I like to see what value you're going to get from this program. Okay, I do have a talk about the application PgMP process. Then I will talk about the application process, commonly made mistakes, and something. I mean, I do have 5 questions to discuss to give you some flavor of the PgMP exam, how it look like in many of the exams. Okay, so with no further delay, let me get started. Yes, you do have option of asking me a question. So as and when you have a question, please put that on the question pad. Happy to help you with the question, with specific question. Yep, it's a small group, so no problem with that. I can specifically answer your questions. And I do have it on the chat. I put some links. Maybe you like to keep those links for yourself, copy and paste. I do have a PDU code to give you as part of the program, and I will give you this PDU code sometime later during the session. Okay. All right. So welcome, guys. So happy to hear talk about this PgMP, and PgMP is going on since 2007. That's where PMI started this certificate, 2007. And some of you already know there are still less than 10,000 PgMPs globally, around 8,500 PgMPs. So your chance to grow yourself and show your differentiation, right? And I will tell you why it's important. Okay. All right. So once again, welcome, guys, and let's get started. If you do not know about me, please do some research and look at my LinkedIn profile. I have been supporting PgMP since 2009. That's where I got my preparation started. I got an initial group. I got few people and they got certified, and since then I have assisted more than 583 PgMPs. These are the numbers we have, but there are many people in pipeline and 60 countries. And PFMP, if you are interested or somebody else is interested in PFMP, like to know, I have contributed to success of 184 PFMPs from 35 countries. So while the numbers looks not too big, but the good thing is I am contributing. I have contributed 8% of global number. Okay, which is kind of respectable number. I like to see more and more people come and learn from me and pass the exam in the first attempt. Okay, so I am or the company as a vCare project management providing training in PMP, PgMP, PFMP, RMP, CAPM, ACP, and many other certificates. All right. So if you need any assistance with any of the certificates, and or somebody else, your colleague, your organization looking for that, yeah, feel free to contact me. I can provide training via virtual, just like we're doing now, or I can come to your organization. Most of the countries I can visit like that and help you with that. And few other credentials you can see. I was part of PMI Sydney chapter for some time, and so on. The first question anybody asks, okay, why do I need certificate? Any certificate, like whether it's PMP, PgMP, PFMP. There are a few reasons. Of course, we don't want to spend money and time if there's no reason. Especially with PMI certificate, these are costly. So you like to earn this certificate because they will help you to build the credibility. Okay, they help you to provide anybody who's looking for a certified project manager, program manager, and they select you based on your PMP, PgMP, or PFMP. They know that the PMI has credibility, or you are one of the best. So provide an unbiased and reliable means to validate your domain knowledge. And the PMI, what PMI is doing is they're actually expecting you to have some knowledge in running the projects, programs, and portfolio before you do the exam. Okay, so that's what it shows that you have some experience as past, and you also gone through a learning process which help you to pass the exam successfully. Okay. Transferability. So it's not tied to any particular methodology or any technology or any geography. You can be using this certificate or knowledge to any part of the world or any type of industry. It gives you competitive advantage. It makes you more marketable. Like probably you know, PMPs, more than 1.5 million PMPs. Now almost second project manager is having PMP. And when you apply for job, when you are looking for promotion, and everybody else has PMP, then you don't have any differentiation. Having PgMP and PFMP will bring some differentiation. As I was telling you, there are 8,500 PgMPs globally. That means you are only few top PgMP professional having both PMP and PgMP and PFMP if you have. Commitment. Emphasize on the commitment of professional growth by earning and maintaining PMI certification. You continue to develop your knowledge, skills, and abilities. So because after you get PgMP or PMP or PFMP, you need to maintain your certificate. And to do that, you keep learning. Okay, that's where you have to PDUs and keep learning. Relevance. Demonstrate your relevance with certification that are developed by practitioners, upheld by rigorous standards based on ongoing research, and always reflect current industry practices. Okay, so you know the reason, and so, why you're attending this program, because you're already in the process of getting the PgMP or you like to get PgMP. The problem, if you are certified project professional or senior professional in organization or a domain, how do you move up in the hierarchy? As I was telling you, everybody else have PMP, then what differentiate? Okay, how can you climb to the top of the organization? Many of my students have gone through this program, PgMP, PFMP. They were project manager, and the program managers. After getting PgMP, they got promoted to PMO head, and portfolio managers and executives, and they gone up to the second highest level or the highest level of the organization. You never know which door is going to open. So one is, you don't try. If you don't try, nothing will happen. If you try, something can happen. What can help you in making next big move in your career? Okay, answer is get certified. Certified not only PMP but advanced certification such as PgMP and PFMP. These are some numbers based on what PMI has shared so far, and there are many certificates which you already know. PMP, if most of you already PMP, so you're one part of 1.5 million, maybe 1.6 million. And as I said, it's almost second person having PgMP, PMP, and second project manager having PMP. CAPM is another certificate, and ACP, you can see the numbers are very high. Not very high, but yes, much higher than PgMP. PgMP is around 8.5 thousand PgMP globally. And the PFMP, which is another certificate, I will also come back to you in future to talk about PFMP and why PFMP can help you, how PFMP can help you. It's only less than 3,000 PFMPs. And PMI also have other certificates such as PMOCP and other certificate, AIBA certificate. So yeah, you would like to be part of this group, I'm sure. Now, first thing first, let's establish whether PgMP is for you. Of course, As a program manager, you are managing multiple interdependent projects. One of the questions I get most of the time, people asking, Dharam, I'm a project manager. I'm working in the construction project, and I'm managing $8 billion budget. It's a 5-year work, building the second highest tower in Dubai. So can I sit for PgMP exam? Of course, because yes, you are a project manager, called as project manager, but important thing is not what your organization is calling you. You may be called project manager, junior project manager, junior project coordinator, but you have to see, are you managing multiple interdependent projects? Then designation doesn't matter. You are a program manager as per PMI's definition. If you have any doubt about whether I'm eligible or not, please feel free to book my time and discuss with me before you say, no, I'm not eligible or eligible. Sometimes you feel you're eligible, you may not be eligible, because many organizations can give you a designation as a program manager, but you may be managing multiple projects for a client. And I've seen that. You may be called VP. Some of the companies, they call VP to a project manager, but they are just project managers. Anyway, so you need to first establish whether you have the required experience, and if you and the number of years experience you have. If yes, then you are good to go for your PgMP exam. Okay. All right. Now the question is, who can benefit from PgMP? If your role or title is called program manager and you're managing interdependent projects, you may be senior program manager, CEO, director, managing large complex program. You may be PMO consultant, whatever. You need to see, as I was talking about, anyone managing multiple interdependent projects. And these components of the project have interdependencies, and you're delivering benefit to the organization. You are managing a program. Okay, and you are definitely eligible for PgMP. Sometimes you may be working as part of the sub-program. You are leading sub-program, which is part of the very large program. You are also eligible for PgMP. Okay. Now, when you're starting the application, of course, you need to think about, am I eligible? There are some questions you can ask. And there are 3 criteria you can see. First is, if let's say start with the middle. If you have a bachelor's degree or global equivalent, sometimes even 3 years degree can be, PMI can accept that, because many countries, they don't provide 4-year bachelor, they provide 3-year bachelor. So you may be eligible for that. Again, you can discuss with me, and you can call PMI to, make sure but many of my students have done that, and they asked PMI, and good news is the PMI, yes, they said yes to that. Now, if you are in this category, you need to provide 48 months of unique project management experience. And by the way, if you already have PMP, then you don't have to worry about 48 months of project management experience. And this is a very big advantage for you. Having PMP, then you don't have to worry about writing this 3, 4, 5 projects. Remember, every time you pick a project or a program, you need to explain in 400, 500 words. That take time. Okay. If you already have PMP, then you save, maybe I can say 2 or 3 days of effort. And this is applicable to all the certificates, like, 48 months, whether you have PMP or no PMP, you need to provide experience showing 4 years, 48 months of program management experience. Now, this can go back to 15 years. It's not that something you have done now. You may have done something 10 years ago. Actually, somebody came to me, Dharam, I want to do PgMP, but currently I'm a test manager. I'm running the, I'm a test manager since last 6 years, 7 years. You see, you cannot definitely, you know, for PMP, you have to have a 3 years project management experience in the last 6 or 7 years. But for PgMP, and he said, I used to run programs previously, 10 years ago. So he was not eligible for PMP, but he was eligible for PgMP. Yeah. So if you have any doubt, talk to me. Now this is for, you know, when you have 4 years graduate, undergrad, whatever you call, you need to 4 years to 4 years of unique, non-overlapping program and your professional experience. Now, if you do not have any degree, you are a high school diploma holder or any of this, you know, non-degree, you still have to show this. If you already have 14 months, then you don't remember that. And again, you just PMP is enough. In this case, you have to show 7 years of program management experience, 7 years, which is 84 months. Now, I have good news for you, especially for people who have studied through GSE accredited universities. Now, my suggestion is do a Google search and do a search on GSE accredited program, and you can put PMI. It should give you a link to the directory, and you see if your university is one of them. I think there are 120 universities. Most of them, majority of them are from North America, like US and Canada, some from Europe, some from like even Singapore and Australia and a few other countries. So see if your university is one of them, then you're saving 12 months in project experience and 12 months in program experience. That can be a big thing for you, because you are thinking, okay, I have only 3 years experience. Now you are eligible because you've done the graduation or certificate, some program with one of the universities, part of GSE program. Okay. All right. So people who joined just now or recently, you have option to ask questions. Whenever you feel like, please ask the question. Okay. So this experience can go back 15 years. Now the journey, if you already started, let me quickly walk you through. The application can take you 1 to 2 weeks. Some people can sit down in one day and you can write it, because you need to, okay, let's say assuming that you have only one program to worry about, which can satisfy the 4 years. So one program or 2 programs, and there are 3 questions. So if you want, you can sit down and complete the application in even 1 day or 2 days. But don't submit your applications like that, because PMI has certain expectation on application. I have assisted more than 2,000 people, right, filling the application, reviewing the application. So you can reach out to me. I will help you to craft your application in such a way PMI pass it without any problem. Okay, so ask me with that. I will be happy to guide you with that. And then the application completeness review can take, you submit the application. I'm taking you through the journey, but later on I will have some tips and hints about the PgMP, what to do, what not to do. So yeah, stay tuned. So once you submit the application can be, is going through the application review process, and then you may be picked for audit. And once you paid the fees, you go through the panel review. That can take somewhere 1 day to 30 days, or sometime it can go up to 60 days. But now, most of the application I'm reviewing, I'm providing comments, they are approved within 1 to 10 days. So don't take risk. It's better to take guidance, professional guidance. I'll be happy to work with you. And I do have a program called application support program. Or if you are looking for my mentoring program, most of the mentoring programs covers the application part as well, application package. Once your panel review complete, then you have 1 year to complete the exam. And within 1 year, you are allowed to take up to 3 exams. But every time you do the exam, you have to pay fees for that. And once you achieve your PgMP, then just like any other certificate, you maintain your certificate year after year. 3 years after 3 years, you are going to earn PDU, 60 PDUs, and you can renew your certificate. And just to remind, I'm going to give you 1 PDU from this program as well. As you are attending this program, I will, you will earn 1 PDU here. And if you're watching this as a recording, if and watching within the 1 year, like let's say you're watching September 2026, you can communicate with me. Hey, Dharam, I watched your this, and can you help me with the PDU code? Okay. And I'm going to give you, as you are joining, I'm going to give you a discount coupon, which can help you 10% of my program, just in case, if you are interested in my program. Okay. Now, question comes how to write my application, and that's the key for your success. If you do not write the application in the expected format, your application will not move forward. The first thing first, your application should be very clean, professionally written, should follow proper structure. Talk about your organization, the vision, the mission, the goals, objective, and the key driver for the program. Then talk about your program. Talk about the key projects of the program. Talk about the benefits from the program. So it should look like a full story, proper story. Okay, and around 400, 500 words. Can you do everything in 300 words? Yeah, probably you can. But give examples. More specific example you can give is better. All right, and then there are three questions where you have to answer, and these are experience-based questions. Okay, and these questions going to be reviewed as part of the panel review. When you're writing these 3 questions, response to 3 questions, make sure you use first person, because the application is about you, your program experience. While working as a program manager, make sure you talk about your role as a program manager. While working as a program manager, I was responsible, I initiated, I created, I motivated, or use the word I. Give examples as specific as you can. PMI loves seeing example because that shows that you have done the work. Avoid using acronyms. You may feel that SCLC, which is software lifecycle, something is common to you, but it may not be common to somebody who's reading this application, who's working in construction, may not have any understanding. So if you are using any acronym, make sure you define it at the first use. Don't use theoretical language, because some people think, okay, PMI has written a good, they just pick one of the tasks or some information from the book and just write. No, they are not interested to know. They want to know what you did in that particular program. That's what I'm saying. Example, specific example, as many example you can give. Okay? Never ever copy from somebody else's application. You may think your colleague who has already passed the PgMP, let me take it. If you do copy something, make sure you change, restructure it. Because in case PMI is, PMI can find out if this is some work is taken from somebody's application. They have tools to find out. And the best thing is, if you can seek support from people like me, happy to help you. I've seen so many applications and I know exactly what PMI is looking for in the program description, in the 3 questions. Last thing you want, you've gone through a stage and panel review once failed and you come to me, maybe it's too late. Come early, so we can reduce the time Once I will, part of the package, I will give you a video where I'm talking what to do, what not to do in application. I will give you some examples. Then I will talk about, uh, you know, do's and don'ts. And based on that, you're going to create your application. Once you create the application, send it to me before you submit. I will go through it, refine, if required, I refine it, give you the best application, and you submit. And it's reducing time. It can reduce from 60 days to maybe 2 weeks. Whole thing can be done. Okay. And the next come, once you submit the application audit, now many people start getting worried once they get audit. Look, if you have done the job and if your manager is aligned with your work, then audit is the easiest part. So what happened when your application, and generally happen when you submit the application, you get picked up for audit, you get an email from PMI, and they're asking you to provide the name, email address, and phone numbers of your managers. Now imagine if you have 5 programs, then you have to think about 5 different people. So that's why I'm saying 1 or 2 program, if you can, if you have large size program, pick those programs first. If you have 1 program, then you have to worry about 1 person only. You call the manager, hey, my application is picked up for audit and they're expecting this. Basically what happen, once you submit the application, you pick for audit, and an audit will ask to provide the name or names of your manager, the email address and phone number. Make sure they are available, your manager is available for review. And once you submit, they will get an email from PMI and ask them to check on in the junk folder. So just sometimes the email may go to junk folder as well. It happens very fast, immediately. They get an email from PMI and they will link to the audit, wherever they have to do. So in that page, they will see the program description. So the program you have done with that person, your manager, they will see that. And if they're happy, they just have to write the name and the date. That's it. They don't have to put any comments, nothing else, just the name and the email and the date. And the second thing as part of the audit is you need to provide a copy of your highest degree, which they will say, we want to see your bachelor's or master's degree. You just have to scan it and upload it. Once all the things are done, you upload it, your manager has completed the process, then you go and complete the audit process, that everything's done, and then they will get the process complete. PMI will take maybe a couple of hours or a couple of days, and they come back to you that audit is completed, you successfully passed the audit process. Now, once you pass the audit, if you pick for audit is random, by the way. If you pass the audit and you already paid, you gone through the initial review, then the PMI will ask you to pay the fees. Once you paid the fees, you are getting into the panel review. Now, you can't do much at this stage, but in this stage, you already done as part of the application, the 3 questions you have written as part of the application. PMI's volunteers, they will see your application, 3 questions. If they are happy with the application, the content, then you pass the panel review. If one of them is not happy, then they will ask another person to review to make sure it's, then these 2 people are happy, then the application pass. If both of them are not happy, one of them not happy, then the application can come back to you. And that's where they give you option either to resubmit by after updating, or withdraw. There's a choice as well. When you withdraw, they will give you the money back. But I will recommend you to seek. At this stage, don't play, because you have only one chance. If you fail to satisfy the needs, the expectation, then you pretty much going to start from the beginning. So contact me, Dharam, this is my situation. Can you help me? Happy to help. Okay, so this is where you're going to I will review application, refine it, and give you some feedback, and and once it's done, you will submit, because you get only one chance. If you fail that chance, then you have to restart. Okay. All right. Any questions you guys have so far? Okay, I will continue. So some common mistakes. Experience-based match. Another thing is, whatever you're saying, let's say PMI may check what you are saying in the application, what you have on your LinkedIn or in social media. Sometimes you may say, I'm a project manager, but you're writing here the program manager, or writing something. So make sure your experience is your experience. Your manager is also aligned with that. Just because somebody else has written, you just copy paste. No, it should be your experience. So total experience calculation, you need to see, make sure you're 4 years, non-overlap. Choice of word and rephrasing, very, very important. Sometimes people just copy and paste from PMI's document, standard for program management, or some other document, and yeah, so PMI don't like that kind of thing. It should not be theoretical responses. It should be what you have done, the process you followed. Mentioning all work experience. Some look, and I think it's crazy. PMI asking for 4 years of programming experience. I have seen application, they're talking about last 15 years. One person actually wrote 10 programs for last 20 years. Look, it's not about impressing anybody here. It's just to pass the stages. You just show the minimum required experience. This will avoid a lot of time putting in the application, and you can pay attention to specific program. So you need to satisfy the PMI requirement. That's it. Minimum required, you just satisfy that. Application has to be full, complete. Should be between 350 to 500 words. If you just write 200, 300 words, just few lines, you may feel this, you have done enough, may not be enough. So application has to be full, complete. So what you really need, of course, you need to believe in yourself. So look, PgMP and PFMP, these two exams are top of the most respected certificates, and most complicated as well. And many people give up very soon. Either application did not pass, panel review did not complete successfully, or they tried once or twice and failed. They never try again. So this is one exam many people never failed in their life, but they failed here in this exam. And don't worry too much. Okay, I failed once or twice. One person came to me after 5 attempts. After 3 years, he said, Dharam, I know you are one of the best trainer, and I thought your fees is very high. I started 3 years ago. I tried once, 3 times. Then I waited 1 year. Then I reapplied. I've already failed 2 times. I don't want to do this exam. He was very critical about PMI, all kind of things. I told him, look, give me one chance. You have one more chance left in your second cycle. And I actually gave him, if you don't pass this time as well, I'll give you money back. So we worked over 4 weeks, and he passed the exam with all above target. And he said, Dharam, I should have contacted you before my first attempt. He spent more than $10,000. He bought all kind of books. He said, I wanted to buy, but I thought your material and your mentoring is very costly. Believe it or not, it's not that costly. When you look at the, the time versus the value you're going to get from that. So, of course, you need to believe and work with the right person. Create like a vision and mindset. You have to, with a mindset, yes, I'm going to put efforts. And the thing is that we all are very busy. Program managers are very, very busy. They probably have already 50 hours or 60 hours a week. And on top of that, you want to do certificate. Yes, this needs a lot of efforts, a lot of commitment. You need support from everyone. Your family member has to support you. Your work has to know. They should be supporting you, friends, colleagues. So you need to create an environment where everybody's supporting you. Motivation, determination, yes, very high motivation required. The problem happens, you tried and it's not working, trying to study, it's not working because you're not feeling the interest in that. That's where you need a person like me. Of course, I'm talking about myself. I have supported so many people, and I'm very confident that I'm going to give you the best. Supporting structure, you need to have books, required books, PMBOK 5th edition, PMBOK 7th edition, Standard for Programming 5th edition, ECO, and I do have a complete reference guide. I do have many other, I have now app as well, vCare, PM Exam Mentor, and I will show you a little later, an exam simulator. So use as many good resources as you can. You don't want to be the person who tried 5 times and spent $10,000. Actually, I did not mention that in the process of doing this, he was so pressed and he lost his job. He was in the family dispute kind of things. A number of things are going in his life. You don't want to prolong your journey. Idle time, 2 to 3 months, get it done. That's it. Right person standing next to you and helping you to achieve your certificate. That's what you need. And I'm very, very confident with my system I've created. And you can talk to anybody in my LinkedIn who has done PgMP, who writing great thing about me and my writing testimony. How I work with my student. I want to ensure that you're not only passing the exam. I want you to feel that you have earned this exam, and you feel excited. You learn how to do your program management even better. Look for my boot camps, look for mentoring program, faster group mentoring program, that's what I'm calling, or online training programs. Now, when you look at ECO, exam content outline, you will see there are 5 domains mentioned. And why I'm highlighting about that, because each domain will give you number of questions. Strategy 15%, program life cycle 44%, benefit management 11%, stakeholder 16%. Look, every question going to be important for you, but you don't want to underperform in program life cycle, which is giving you almost half the questions. And how can you maximize your result? In this area, you need to do a standard for program management as well as PMBOK, and also thinking outside the box. So this program life cycle is very important for you. What books you can read? There are many, many books available, especially the Standard for Programming 5th edition, the exam content outline, the PMBOK is required, and also the code of ethics, code of conduct. Some of these are free download, some you have to pay as a member. As a member, you can download any of the PMI's document. But as a non-member, you cannot download the PMBOK guide or standard for program management. Yeah, my suggestion is take membership. One is to save money. Second is to get download on any of these documents. Okay, the handbook. Look, download the handbook that tells you how and what are the things process involved around this. An application, write your application. As I told you, application seems easy. Actually not easy, but there are many things, and it's a very complicated. Compared to PMP or ACP application, this application and even PFMP is more complex. But yeah, start writing on the PMI, but don't submit until somebody like me has seen it, reviewed it, help you in that. So that's where my application support package can help you. You copy and paste in the Word document, send it to me. I will review it, refine it, revise, sometimes rewrite it for you. Other sources, LinkedIn is one of the best sources at the moment where you find all the professionals. Some of them already, many of them already done PgMP. In my group called PgMP for You, if you're not a member of that, send an invite, send a request to me, and I will be happy to have you in that group. I do have a Telegram group, just like, WhatsApp, Telegram is another place with around 300 people in that. So if you're not there, make sure you message me, Dharam, can you add me into the Telegram group? A little bit about the format. So PMI exam, which is 4-hour exam, it has 170 questions. So 20 questions, like 150 questions are used for testing, and the 20 questions which are not used for scoring, but they are spread across entire exam. So that means for you, all 170 questions are important. 4 hours. 4 hours, 170 questions, not too bad, but these questions are not straightforward. They come with the scenarios, lengthy scenarios, confusing scenarios. I have some question I will show you, and we'll do those questions together. And this scenario can take you time to understand. They can be table-based questions. They can be graphical questions. So can take you a lot of time. So you need to have, of course, knowledge. And how can I get to the right answer in the shortest time? Many of my students have completed exam in 2.5 hours. 7 or 8 of them have also completed exam in 2 hours and still pass with above target. Why they were able to do it? Many people even can't complete the exam, but they were able to complete in 2 hours, 2.5 hours, because they know how to get to the right answer in the shortest time. That's where they go through the process, learning process, week by week. If you're going through the 6 weeks program, or you're doing 1-to-1 program, or you're doing 3 days program, each of them goes through the question session. And I will tell you what to do in particular question, and we'll learn about them very soon. So what you should do to prepare for the exam. Now, as I've been talking about, if you can join my upcoming bootcamp or mentor program, love to have you there. And it's a structured way of learning, not only learning to pass exam, but learning how can I be a better program manager. We do case study, examples, question answers. We have option of personal program or group program with the 1-to-1 or 5 people, 4 people, 7 people. Once you've gone through the learning process, then you look into the exam simulator. I do have question bank, which is 9 questions in that, and those 9 questions are also part of the app as well. I'll talk about the app as well a little bit later. But these questions you can see on the screen, you feel like you're doing a real-time exam. You have a timer going up, and you can see how many questions you've done. At the end of the day, when you finish, you can see the detailed result, whether you pass or fail, and how did you perform in each of the questions. And there's a detailed explanation. Some of them have very detailed explanation, 5 or 10 lines. You want to see why you're getting right, why you're getting wrong. Then another source, which is, as of March this year, this is going on, which is my app called vCare PM Exam Mentor. And very popular. A lot of people are buying, getting the subscription, especially the platinum subscription, which comes with video, which comes with 9 exams, full mock exams. It comes with 2 practice tests. It has quizzes. It has flashcard, tips, and confusion busters, especially the 2 commonly used terms like rewards recognition, goals objective, many, I think 65 of them, tips and hints. It has detailed task with the, explaining the task in detail, talking about, what is the task about, example, keywords, supporting questions. This app is very, very, I have put a lot of effort into this app. At the moment, and I will show you a big picture of this, which covers PMP, PgMP, PFMP, RMP, ACP, PMO. I will be adding some more. You should have a structured study plan. You should have weekly milestones. To stay on the progress. Keep checking how are you going. Actually, if you're using the app, it has you can set a date as well. You can set the study time as well within that, and it comes with the daily questions as well. I'm sure you're going to love this. Look at the standard ECO, mixed study with guided sessions. That's what you need. Engage peers learning, so work with the study group, form groups within the, generally in my group mentor program, I encourage people to stay together until everybody get PgMP. So what you learn over a period of time, then on top of that, you have the support around you, working together. And take exams, take an exam readiness check, personalize your pre-exam strategy sessions. Look at your, most of the programs I give, mentoring program I give, comes with 1 hour of free session before your exam, around 7 days of exam. This is to check your readiness, and also give you tips and hints what you're going to do in the remaining 7 days. Yeah, very, very useful. And this is the app, I know. I wanted to share the few slides on this, but currently my internet is not great, which is not allowing me to do the screen share. But you can download this app, and you can use freemium version, or it has 2 options. You can try for free, or the freemium version, where you can see most of the services available for you. Most of the things are available for you for free. But if you want some paid, like question bank or videos or study materials, yeah, these are paid, of course, but some of them you can do for free. Like, how to check if you're ready for the exam. Of course, when you start doing the mock exam, you start feeling the confidence. My expectation in my exams, I'm expecting around 70 to 75% in most exams. But exam number 2, which is more complex than any exam, even if you're getting 65%, you should be happy. But most of them, 70, 75%, maybe 80% if you can get, you're doing good. You're doing great. And use reputed question. There are many questions available on Udemy or free available on the internet. Don't just because somebody has written their great, and there are a lot of fake questions as well. Use the question which are reputed, written by right people. The people who are reputed in the industry. So I spend a lot of time in creating those 9 question bank and practice tests and question with every domain, every task. Personal time, 6 months of time going into this. Consistency in your score. So see if you are improving day by day. If not improving, see why is not improving, what is going on, whether you're not able to interpret the question or you don't understand the content. What you need to do to earn the PgMP exam, of course, reach out to accomplished folks on LinkedIn, find the people. Hey, if you done, how did you do? What did you do? Of course, many people come with negative. Hey, I don't like this exam. Very tough exam. One of the best. But pick what. When you talk to or message somebody or write something, get the best out of them. And you need to see, just because it's not worked for somebody else doesn't mean it can work, cannot work for you. So watch and read the lessons from the existing PgMP. So in LinkedIn, many people have shared the lesson learned. Choose right mentor, very, very important. Every time when you spend time with somebody, a person, you are not only paying money, but also giving time. You like to utilize your time as best as you can. First of all, check available mentors and don't just go for the money. Hey, he's charging only $200, he's charging only $700. Look for the right person for you. Talk to the person. I'm happy to give you my time. Talk to me, and if you feel that I'm the right person, join the program. And because once you trusted the mentor, a mentor trusted you, that's where the success is. If you do select Dharam, and Dharam, I don't like Dharam. Dharam is I don't understand how you pronounce the things, and he's whatever, if you have something in your mind, then it will not work. When you selected Dharam, then you trust the mentor. I've guided so many people throughout the journey, 583 as of now, many more in pipeline. You can be one of them. Okay. So that you can walk to the client in the exam center with confidence. That's what you want. Outcome you're looking for after 4-hour exam, you want to see yourself passing the exam, and you want to see yourself above target or target, something like this. This is the exam results. Actually, this is my PFMP results on 24th October 2018. As long as you are here on this side, you are passing the exam. The moment you are on this border, this side, unfortunately, repeat the exam. So do whatever you have to do to make sure you are somewhere here, maybe here. Now, when you in the exam, make sure you use your time very, very wisely. Answer each questions. Try to be ahead of time. Read each question carefully, thoroughly, and read all the options. Just because you feel option A is correct, maybe B, C, D may be better answer. And also confirm your answer. Just because you feel okay, and make sure you think option B is correct, and you taking the B as well. Sometimes happen, okay, I'm thinking B, but accidentally marked A. All gone. Do not spend too much time on particular question. If you start taking more time, mark it for review, and come back when you have time. Okay. You do not have, so if you cannot, if you feel that it's taking time, okay, mark and come back. One of the target is to see all 170 questions in around 3 hours, 3 hours, 15 minutes, so that you have time to go back to some of the questions. Some common mistake, not understanding the exam complexity. This is one exam which has taken, people have tried many times. They underestimated the complexity. They thought, okay, because I passed PMP, I should be fine. I've done my self-study and I will be, just like PMP, I'll be okay. Not reading the right material. Sometimes people, they don't even know that I have to read a book. Not taking professional assistance. Yeah, sometimes, okay, I don't want to spend money, and of course, money is important, and they miss out on opportunity to learn from professionals. So seek the guidance. Dependency on memorization techniques. So some people say, okay, you know what? This book is very small. I can memorize the whole book. No, memorization not going to work here. Or if you're reading too many books, sometimes they say, okay, I'll buy every book on the planet or on program management. That will confuse you. Don't do that, and you're spending too much money. Okay. So how to stay positive and pass exam in first attempt. Study hard, prepare, have enough rest before the exam. Because if you last thing you want, you are whole night you're awake, go to the exam center, you're sleeping, you're under pressure, you're stressed. Work with the mentor, especially if they are ATP, authorized training partner with PMI. Understand your strength and weakness. Most important, as you go through the journey, you get to know what is my strength, what is my weakness, what can I do to improve my weak areas. Maintaining work, study, life balance. Of course, you are working hard, you have a family to maintain, and the study. You need to find a balance. but make sure you have every day you have certain amount of time, half an hour, 1 hour, 2 hour, block for study. You need to understand tasks from ECO, each and every task, every word from the ECO. Read SPM word by word. Build your exam strategy, do mock exams. And most important, don't panic, keep focus and work hard. Okay. I'm just checking if any questions. No questions so far. I'm going to share the PDU code just in case you want the PDU codes. I just share on the chat. So take a copy of that. If you're watching it in next 1 year, you can ask me for the PDU code. Generally, PM, I don't give a PDU code for this kind of event, but I managed to get one PDU for you. All right, so let me continue. I do have a few more slides to go. So you need to have a trainer or mentor. I cannot this area cannot be underestimated. Importance of right person with you, especially the person who has knowledge and experience, who has done it, been there, help any of the professionals, who can criticize, not only appreciate, but I like to see my students doing it. But if you're not doing great, I want to, I like to, not criticize, but constructive feedback, so that you can be on the right direction. I cannot say, yeah, you're doing great, and exam you go and Dharam, you said I'm doing great. No, I want you to be prepared better. Clear focus on your group career growth, motivation to push. Somebody has motivation who can push the boundaries. Somebody who can you can trust. Who can unwavering targets in your goals, bring the fresh perspective for you, and provide valuable network. So do you have mentor? Well, self-study can work for some people, but sometimes it is too much. I've seen people continue to study for many months. But having a mentor can fast track your journey. Preferably pick someone who already done PgMP, PFMP, ATP. Don't just go for 3 days program. I've seen people go for 3 days program. They come back. Dharam, it was like learning or drinking water from the fire hose. You know the fire hose where the firemen use? Can you drink water from that? It's like 3 days. I do those programs as well. I do get the same feedback, but my suggestion, look for the mentoring program. Price tag should not be criteria. Of course, if you have limited budget, and you can talk to me, can you suggest me? I have different options. I can suggest you to use app itself, or take the recording mentoring program, or group mentoring program, personal program. Look at the lesson, learn from the past student testimonials. See what other students are doing, what they are saying. Look, I do have 5 questions for you guys, and I want you to give you opportunity to learn from that. So let's go through it. I know that we just finished the time, but this is your advantage. Just want to give you opportunity. So I will read the question, allow you a few seconds, and if you want to put that answer on the question pad, question number 1, 2, whatever, I did not mention, but yeah, you can write A, B, C, or D. So let me read the question. During program selection, what is the most likely point that is taken for consideration? Is it earned value? Proposed benefits are related to organization strategic objectives. C is risk and issues. D as budget. Okay, so once you're ready, please put your answer on the question pad. Okay, I have a timer going with me, but I don't have a timer, but I will allow you a few seconds, and you can, once you're done, you can put your answer on the question pad. Let me count to 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, So correct answer for this is B for boy. If you're thinking B, yeah, you did good. So when you're selecting earned value, look, earned value happen as part of the, when you start doing the work. Until we have actual, we cannot have earned value. So this is not selection criteria. So we're looking for proposed benefits are related to organizational strategic objectives. So that alignment has to be there. Next question is, the delivery of program objectives should relate directly to all sub-projects, link to the program vision, link to the single benefit, or provide single benefit, or link to project vision. One, two, three. Okay, let me reveal the answer. Look, now this was one-liner, very straightforward question. If you present, you can answer this very easily. Relate directly to all sub-projects. First of all, sub-projects are not part of the program. They're part of the project. If you don't read it fully, then you're going to make a mistake. Single benefit, no, can be multiple benefits. Link to project vision, no. The linkage has to be with the program vision. So correct answer is B for boy. Okay, make sense? And you can feel free to put your question on the question pad. Dharam, I don't understand now, but this is my argument. Now question number 3. Most of the projects within your program are closed. Your sponsor would like to know how well the program team can ensure a smooth closure of the program. What is the first activity you perform while closing the program? Option: approve closure of component projects, complete program performance report, obtain stakeholder approval for the program closure, prepare lesson learned. Yeah, I will share the information about my upcoming program. I don't have a slide here, but I do have a program coming up in October. I think I will say the October 18th, and depends on your location. I don't know where you're located, but I have 2 programs. One is on 17th October, second is 18th October. But I can definitely come back to you with the dates and the program and the pricing and help you out. I did not have any slides here, but I was not prepared for that. Anyway, I see your name. I will definitely come back to you. So, okay, great. So come back to the question. The answer for this is A. And I can see some of you are doing great. You got option A is correct. Approve closure of component. Look, you're saying question saying most of the projects within the program are closed. You're saying most. Without closing all of the projects, you cannot close the program. So approve closure of component project. A is the right answer. Okay, next question. Unfortunately, the key stakeholder rejected your proposal about initiating the program XY. Which document do you update now? Whether it's project charter, business case, scope statement, or statement of work. Please answer the question. Okay. And while I'm waiting for your answer, so look, yeah, okay. Option, let me reveal the answer here. B is correct. Now, many people fall in trap. If you are careful, if you are, especially in this exam stressful environment, if you don't pay attention and read only this charter, because remember, this is project charter. Even if this is a program charter, answer is not A. Answer is B, because we're talking about proposal stage. So when the program is not started yet. So C and D out, easily out, but and if you're careful, you can answer this question within a few seconds. Now the next question is, who are the most likely to be part of the stakeholder group in your program? Is it customer, sponsor, PMO, or C-level executives of the organization? All C-level. Now what is the answer going to be? Okay, 1, 2, 3. So customer definitely is your sponsor, stakeholder, sponsor, PMO, but the word all, you may have 1 or 2 of the C-level person in your stakeholder group, but having all of them, yeah. So correct answer for this is D, delta. I hope you learned something from these questions. I know it's only 5 questions, but as you can see, these questions we discuss, and I will try to make sure you pay attention to the right word and pick the answer in the shortest time. Now, of course, I mean, this is a little bit more like, why you should choose vCare or me as your mentor. We are ATP since 2013, and I have assisted in success of 583 at the moment, 583 PgMPs and 184 PFMPs. We have flexible learning programs such as bootcamp. You can do virtual bootcamp or physical bootcamp. Like if you are in San Francisco, if you are in Dallas, most of the programs are happening in Dallas. If you can come to Dallas, happy to have in your physical class or mentor program or some self-paced programs also there. Corporate training, mobile app support, global recognition, trusted partner with many organizations. Of course, I'm going whether it's talking about Universal Studio, whether you're talking about the cruise, or whether you're talking about Atkins rallies. We did some program for them, and many organizations, many chapters have trusted that we are partnered with many of the partner chapters. Now, this is important for you because if you want my guidance, my help, you can book my time, and we can go through specific program, the type program you're expecting. talktodharam.com, www.talktodharam.com. Actually, you can use the QR code. You should be able to book it now. Happy to give my 15 minutes, 20 minutes to go through this process. I want you to make sure you decide based on whether Dharam is the best person for you. If Dharam is the best person, then go with him, with me basically. You can join the PMI group, PgMP group on LinkedIn, and this is my phone number, my email address. You can email to my team as well, team at vCare Project Management or Dharam at vCare Project Management, and so on. So this is it for now. I know I've gone about time, but I hope I gave you enough for you to decide whether the PgMP is for you, and if yes, how to get your application, what you're going to do, how you're going to do, and what are the things. So I like to see your feedback. Look, I'm spending time, want to make sure that you're getting the value from these programs, and give me your feedback, like it. I'm going to put this on LinkedIn, put this on YouTube. So hopefully, if you're watching this, give me a thumbs up at least. Okay, so any questions, guys, before we close? Right, so Clark, if you feel that, you book a time with me, and I will send an email to you, and let's discuss, and whoever want to discuss with me about your PgMP preparation or the journey, or how can I help you, please book the time with me. Okay, all right, all the best, and can't wait to see your success on LinkedIn. Bye now, take care.